This program brought to you by Racing Victoria, Off the Track Thoroughbreds, Horseware Australia, Bates Saddles and Willinga Park.
Previously, our 5 teams arrived at Bonio Park for the jump-off final. Under lights and before an appreciative crowd, Pete Mcmahon on Gotta Take Care was first to compete for the $100,000 prize.
Did a great exhibition. He'll come home with just the 2 fences down.
Vicky Roycroft set the pace for the competition with a magnificent round on Inner Circle.
This is what this show's all about.
And there you go. What a fantastic exhibition of show jumping.
With 3 teams and 8 thoroughbreds still to compete, the pressure is on.
Well, let's get down to Don Scott. He's with a 2-time Australian champion, David Cameron.
Now, having done physiology, do you use any of that in the training of these young horses?
Yeah, probably I do, Don. Probably without even knowing it, really. Like, yeah, I did study that at uni, so yeah, no, I'm sure it does become part of the training program of these horses.
Good luck, Dave.
There's nothing better than walking into a big arena at a big class, and you know you've done all the preparation. You know that you're going to go out there and do your best performance. The big difference with this competition is we've got a time factor. We've got to have our horses ready in a short period of time. Sometimes thoroughbreds might need a little bit of time to adjust from being race horses to performance horses. The biggest draw for show jumping is that it's a combination between an animal and a person. And unless you're working together, the result's not going to be that good. I want the public to be able to see that combination and to see how that then produces quite an amazing performance. And then in that, we see the excitement of jumping events, the speed, the finesse, and that itself is something that should be on TV.
I spoke to Dave about this horse a little earlier today. He likened the horse to Eddie the Eagle. He said he's not the most naturally talented, but no one has told him that.
And just to reiterate, there's going to be 10 horses jumping. There will be a jump off. So if you go clear,
Absolutely. All the clears will go around. They're looking at least 50% of the field, which out of 10, that'll give us at least 5. If we've got more than 5, all the 5 will come back, but there will be a jump off. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay, we've had the bell for Neutronic and Dave Cameron. We're just watching them approach the first fence. Let's hope we can have another clear to join Vicky Roycroft.
Yeah, the horses seem to be coping with that little tough corner that Don was talking about earlier, with having to go very close to the crowd. The horses seem to be coping with that really well. This horse has got what we call a set of ears or a bonnet on, which is just not for good looks necessarily. It takes out a little bit of the noise and muffles things, and it is a bit of an aid to making the horses stay calm. This horse looks pretty chilled though. He doesn't look, and a beautiful flowing change. Dressage rider will be very proud of that. And the horse is actually giving quite a nice shape over the fence. He's giving, at this stage, he hasn't gone near a rail, and commentator's curse means, yes, he got over that one without being 4 fault. So,
One to go. Come on, Dave.
I can't watch.
Come on, Neutronic. Come on,
watch.
come on.
What this horse is demonstrating here is a lovely rhythmical rhythm between the fences. You know, his canter is really active and balanced, but he's smooth. There's something, a lot of show jumping is about rhythm and tempo, and this horse has it in spades.
and we've got
well done.
Fantastic.
2 clear from 3 horses out in the arena. Sensational. Inner Circle and now Neutronic.
You must be relieved. What a great performance.
Oh, there's always nerves, and I said to Tel just then, it's like watching a World Cup and it's only like 1.5 metre. So yeah, but Dave rode him fantastic and has produced him beautifully.
Mick, what were you expecting from him?
Oh, look, I got no idea. So I just wanted to see him get over nice and safe and sound and clear, and I think Dave Cameron's a beautiful rider, and horse was nice and relaxed and responded to him well, and he went clear. Fantastic.
Up next, it's Russell Johnston on Bolivar for Team Hayes.
Working with the Hayes, I mean, it's been a very positive experience.
Russell's got to use all his experience. He's an Atlanta Olympian. He knows the job, but the horse, as I say, he doesn't know the job.
Jump Off is showing a really interesting and entertaining way of a horse having a show jumping career after racing, but the off-the-track program and the retrainers can retrain horses for the whole range of pleasure and professional activities around equestrian, from anything from polo to three-day eventing to just simply hacking a horse out on the weekend. These thoroughbreds are a very diverse bunch of individuals, and they can do many things.
Up next, it's Russell Johnston on Bolivar for Team Hayes.
Working with the Hayes, I mean, it's been a very positive experience. I mean, David is a guy, he's a very personable fella, very switched on, obviously. He runs a super business, his success is phenomenal. The biggest challenge with training these horses have actually mentally coped with it extremely well.
That's a rookie error.
And going to the shows, they've been better than I thought they would be. And I guess these horses that I've picked are pretty cool in the mind. Race horses are used to having horses go with them, not towards them. So that's probably the key issues. And just getting them out, changing their canters. You know, they're used to galloping, not cantering. So getting a better canter on them is quite hard work.
Well, let's get down to Russell Johnston. He's with Don Scott.
Thank you, Hamish. How are you going to get him around this course inside? Because the jumps are going to come up very quickly.
Yeah, for a novice horse, this course is tough enough. There's a couple of pretty tight turns there, you know, and there's so much to spook at. So, yeah, it's not easy, but we'll give it our best.
Good man, Russ. Good luck.
A fair bit was expected of Bolivar when he made his debut at Wangaratta as a hot $1.70 favourite after an impressive trial win. Sadly, his 3 spring 2016 starts in the northeast of Victoria were all disappointing. Jockey Chris Caserta gave up on him 200 metres out in this start as a $12 chance at Seymour. Bolivar had one more start, wearing blinkers at Benalla, but struggled after showing pace to the turn. 3 starts, earning just $950. Russell Johnston is happy to ignore that race form.
So an interesting fact about Bolivar is that this horse was actually orphaned at 4 weeks. He lost his mum. So he was hand-raised. And Russell was saying that that's actually made him very confident around people. He certainly speaks very highly about the horse.
Oh my gosh.
We've had a bit of a disagreement there with the horse at fence 1.
He just got a little bit deep and jumped a little bit upside down. He's opened up a lot better over fence 2. He's just a little bit keen to get at him, and Russell's got to use all his experience. He's an Atlanta Olympian. He knows the job, but the horse, as I say, he doesn't know the job, so he's just got to relax a little bit. That 4th fence was a lot nicer, a lot softer. The first fence, he was just a bit, ooh, what am I doing here?
I think that does answer Hamish's question about the atmosphere and how these young and experienced horses are going to handle it. I think Bolivar is just a little more tense than some of the others, and he's wanting to get at the fences a little bit. So Russell's just trying to get him to stay patient, take his time, and as we're going along and the horse is relaxing a little bit, then it's all coming together.
Yeah, and I mean, apart from the first fence, he's really starting to look like he's enjoying the job now. As you say, the ears are pricked, he's adjustable. Russell had to take a bit of a hold in the combination to make himself fit.
Does highlight the cutthroat nature of show jumping. Does it 1 fence down at the start and
you're out. No, you're only as good as the last clear round that you jumped.
And the first and last fence doesn't make any difference. I would have a total of 8 penalties.
2 rails down. Let's go down to you, Don. You're with Russell.
Good rider out of luck, Russ, first and last.
I nearly got a busted jaw, I think, Donnie. I got a smack in the mouth over the first fence.
Yeah, what happened over the first?
Oh, I'm not sure. We were getting a little deep, but he sort of panicked and threw himself. And look, that's what novice horses do.
It's a great level of show jumping.
So they tell me.
Oh, wasn't what I was looking for. I think I just took just a tad of a little bit of a hold to keep him off that first fence a little, and he just a bit nervous. He got a bit uptight. Then he really started to jump pretty nice. So I was a bit disappointed to have the last fence down. Usually there's next week, but don't think we're going to get this prize money next week.
Well, the 5th rider is Jamie Kerman, and he's with Don.
Tell me about this horse. He's got a high head carriage. Does that affect his back end?
Oh, a little bit. He tries really hard, this horse. He's such a sweet horse. He's actually been warmed up quite relaxed, and I just hopefully he keeps enough spark to jump around, but we'll see how we go.
Well, you go get him, Jamie. Good luck.
Well, some degree of confidence, it seems, with Jamie. Let's meet Peaceful Easy Feelin'.
Peaceful Easy Feelin' joins Jamie Kermond after starting his career in New Zealand, where he forged a career as a promising middle distance horse, winning 5 races from 1,400 metres to 2,300 metres on wet and dry tracks. Soon after that win, he was sent to Patrick Payne in Victoria, but he never quite managed to find his best form, placing just once in 6 outings. He even had a couple of trials over the hurdles, but never started in a jumps race, retiring with almost $72,000 in the bank from 28 starts.
Peaceful Easy Feeling is pretty much what you could say to describe Kermo.
And now he's just got to remember the course.
So here we come to the first fence for Peaceful Easy Feeling and Jamie Kermond.
And just a little bit better jump than Russell's horse over the first. And this horse has got quite a nice shape over the fence.
Jamie actually hinted to me earlier today that he thinks this horse is naturally quite careful, which means it doesn't like to touch the rails. And the horses either have in them naturally or don't.
Oh my God, that was lucky.
We got a very awkward spot to fence for the little oxer, and even though he touched the back rail, it didn't fall down, so he's not jumping with any penalties at this stage. See if he can do a flying change round the corner. No, he's disunited and wants to get at it.
A little awkward to the jump-off oxer there, but he recovers, makes his way to the horsepower stile.
It's really quite a tight turn round to that fence, and these horses, for their level of experience, are handling it really well.
I think we could say that across the board with all these horses, how little that they've actually done and how amazingly obliging they're being about this whole thing.
Come on, Izzy.
Which is such a trait with the thoroughbreds. You know, the thoroughbreds are really can-do horses.
Another clear round.
Well done.
Fantastic.
Good boy, Easy.
Sorry to interrupt you, Amber. I was getting excited. I'm almost clicking them up as they're going over. Lovely clearance on 10 and then lovely around 11.
Bit lucky at 4.
Yeah.
I think you looked so impressed that you remembered where it was.
Michelle, what did you think? Like, you were nervous standing up here as well. What a great run around.
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, we have one of the best in the business in Jamie, and Peaceful, he's absolutely one of our favourites at home, so it was just great to see him go around clear, and yeah, it's just a great spectacle here tonight.
Let's just have a look at the leaderboard after the first round. Clear rounds for Vicky Roycroft, David Cameron and Jamie Kermond. First 5 horses through, the next 5 on the other side of the break. Welcome back to Bonio Park. The second round about to get underway. It's Team Weir again. Peter Mcmahon on Johnny English, and Peter's with Don.
This boy cost $500,000 as a yearling. He did nothing on the racetrack. What's he like as a show jumper?
Oh, look, I think he's a really nice horse. He definitely throws a really nice shape, so we'll see what he's got tonight.
Now, he's a little quirky.
The quirkiness, he'll be a bit spooky. He won't like the crowd on the outside, but we'll try and get him around that, and we'll see how we go.
Good luck, mate.
Johnny English, known as Agent around the stables by Delacani, often throws greys out of Silver Blossom. 5-year-old, what are we expecting?
You wouldn't get a quirkier horse than Peter rode at the Olympics, so he knows how to ride quirky. He's a magician.
He's a
very
supermodel.
pretty, very pretty horse.
Yeah, he's the Brad Pitt.
Beautiful
He is
type,
the Brad
isn't
Pitt.
he?
Yeah.
You are looking at a master in action here.
Lovely clear jumping, lifting the legs from behind.
Yeah, this is a real jumper. This horse, this is a real jumper.
Oh,
we were a little bit lucky there, though. He's showing that he's a little greener in this atmosphere.
Well, I think Peter's now riding it up. He's a little bit quiet to that oxer, and the horse just taking advantage. But now Peter's realising this horse needs to go forward, and that's giving him the shape well.
This is what happens when the riders are riding the horses in this atmosphere for the first time. They have no idea how these horses are going to react. And actually Agent is reacting by over-jumping a little bit and trying just that little bit harder, which is fantastic. But Peter has to change his ride to suit the horse in this moment. So he's now worked out how Agent's feeling about it all, and he's giving him the encouragement to jump a clear round.
not too far from home now. This two-stride double he's going to have to really focus on, and Peter gives him a fair bit of adjustability. They're all making that distance really easy. Don was worried that that distance was going to be a bit wrong, but they're really riding up to that and fitting it in. Lovely.
Yes.
And what a great round.
8 penalties for Peter McMahon on Got to Take Care. No issue on Johnny English. Let's just have a look at the replay.
There's that awkward jump. Well, it's a tough corner to come round, and he just went a little quieter than he mostly needed to. Then he said, let's get going, Buster.
He's just green, so it's probably a big ask in this class, in this environment. Spooky jumps, you know, from Aquas with the prelim rounds. He was doing 80 and 90 centimetres. Like, he's got the ability, he's just low on mileage.
For a green horse, like, he just jumped super, so yeah, I'm really happy with him. Really happy with him.
So the leaderboard, and we have a new leader, 72.57. Gee, that's a quick time and clear, all importantly. So through to the jump off. Vicky Roycroft went clear in the first round. Vicky's with Don.
Vicky, clear first round. Are we going to get 2?
This guy hasn't had the same preparation. He had a bit of a break in his preparation, so he's actually about 6 or 8 weeks behind the horse, which we can't really afford, but we'll do our best.
I know you will. Go for it.
It sounds like Magic Hurricane not as progressed as Inner Circle. Inner Circle, quick time and clear. This the second of the rides for Vicky tonight. What a family the Roycrofts have been.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of tradition, and I mean, if you added up all the Olympics, it'd be a pretty unique sort of score anywhere in the world with the Roycroft family.
So Magic Hurricane starts his round. No trouble at fence 1. He's actually doing an exceptionally good job here. And Vicky is showing her wealth of knowledge and experience by giving him a lovely ride.
Horse is just starting to get a little bit keen, but so Vicky's just placing him pretty well exactly where she wants to allow him to pick his legs up, and gets a little bit discombobulated around the corner with that lovely big oxer. This is a really tight turn, and these horses are handling it like quite professional horses, because it's a tight turn back. So with the atmosphere, they're doing a fantastic job, considering they're trained to go forward.
Yeah, and look, Vicky is actually working with that rhythm here. She's letting it roll along. Things have started to unravel a little as she's gone around. The horses just starting to get a little tired and a little overwhelmed by it all. She's had 8 faults.
Very neat round until the 9th. So 8 penalties for Vicky on Magic Hurricane. Let's see if David Cameron can go clear again. He's with Don.
I think we're seeing the winner here, aren't we?
Mate, I'm really fond of this horse. I think he's a lovely little horse. He's lost the brain part a little bit tonight, just the atmosphere's got to him and the big screen, but that's all part of it. But, you know, I'm really, regardless of the result, I'm very proud of this horse, how he's come along. He's a great little horse. He's the youngest horse in the class. He's only 4 years old. Yeah, looking forward to getting him in there.
A 4-year-old who's been given another life after racing, and seemingly he's taken to it like a duck to water.
Well, I mean, it's fantastic that they get this opportunity, and Dave's doing a really good job of just trotting around, getting the horse to soak up the atmosphere a little bit, so it's not so intimidating for him.
He's looking much more relaxed in here.
The more they've seen the jumps, the less likely they are to be intimidated by them when they see them again.
It does help, because really, they're not born with show jumps in their paddocks. You know, it's not that it's a natural thing to them. But horses, once they start taking on the career, you find that most horses really love the job. You know, it's like anything but most of them, they enjoy it, and you can't force them to do this at all.
You know, though, I think that's really something to be said about the thoroughbreds as a breed. They're just really genuine, good-natured athletes. You know, they might be bred to run fast, but they are naturally athletic, and they love doing anything that actually allows them to show off that trait. And generally, while they might be forward-thinking horses by nature, they're also workhorses. You know, I think the thoroughbred really lends itself to a lot of different disciplines, and show jumping's just one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been pretty blessed in Australia over the years to be able to have the opportunity to get thoroughbreds. A lot of the European countries, they don't get that opportunity, but here in Australia, the nature of our sport, we get the opportunity to ride these fantastic horses.
And a lot of our top riders, including the ones here tonight, have built their entire careers on the thoroughbred. And, you know, we are incredibly lucky. And
Get
it's...
up, get up, get up, get up.
Oh, what a shame.
You could just see him coming into it, starting to question himself.
Oh, no, that was a fantastic round, spoilt by just one little bit of, let's have a bit more of a look at it.
That's show jumping, though. It's not over. It's not over until the final fence is jumped.
It was going to be fantastic until the last, and he didn't like the red timber, but he's a young horse and he's learning, and what can you do? You just got to give him a pat and put his rug on and give him a feed. He just, can I say, he himself?
You guys are still in it with a good chance. What would it mean to win that kind of prize money as the $100,000 jump-off prize money?
It's almost hard to believe, actually, because nowhere it's never been that much on offer. So you sort of go, really? Like, could we actually win 100 grand? Like, it seems just pretty crazy. So still getting your head around that and trying not to get too ahead of ourselves. We've still got another round to do.
Thanks very much, Kate. Still 2 riders to come, and then the jump-off final here at Bonio Park. Welcome back to the final of Jump Off here at Bonio Park. Russell Johnston, one more ride, one more chance to go through to the final, and Russell is with Don.
Now, you're the only rider. I'm not going to put the pressure on you. You are the only rider that hasn't jumped clear. This is your last chance. Are you under any pressure?
Yeah.
In a word. We'll go for it, Russ. Good luck.
Not to point out the obvious to Russell just before he's about to go in and compete, but hasn't gone clear yet. There's $100,000 on the line. This is Poitiers, stable name, not surprisingly, Sid.
Yeah, after the great actor, Sidney Poitier.
So by Redoute's choice, out of a mare called Enigma, bought in the 2010 Magic Millions sale. 31 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds and 3 thirds. But that is all behind him, different life. Opportunity to go clear tonight here at Bonio.
So let's cross our fingers and hope that Russell and Poitier can jump a clear round so that we can get to see them in action in the jump-off.
So Russell, part of Team Hayes, rode Bolivar in his first go-round and sadly had 8 penalty points. Can Team Hayes get this horse through to the final?
Well, Russell's going to pull every stop out to do so far. Credit to both horse and rider. They're doing a terrific good job at this stage.
Yeah, Russell might come across as a laid-back Aussie larrikin, but to be honest with you, he's as competitive as anyone, and he won't like the fact that the others have already got clear rounds in the bag, and he hasn't. So he's going to leave no stone unturned to make sure that he and Poitier can come back for the jump-off and show us what they've got.
Rattled the rail at 5, but didn't come down.
There's more than bragging rights involved here, so...
Rattled 7, stayed up.
Eighth. Just got a little bit low down there.
9 and 10 fall.
So that's a shame for Russ. Going to give him a real good ride at the last. Jumps it.
What a shame. A total of 8 faults for Russell Johnston and Poitier. Here we go. We can see the 4 faults, the first of the 4 faults that he has here at the second part of the double. Really, it's just the fact that the horses have got to concentrate for all 11 obstacles. You know, it's a lot for horses that are as inexperienced as these guys are.
What did you think? Oh, well, we had 2 chances and they're blown. So, look, he started off really great and I was getting into it, and then he just came around that corner, and Russell said in the first round after riding the first horse, he said that's going to be a tough line. They've got to come off that turn. They've got to keep their eye on that fence. And he obviously caught it a bit late. He hesitated. We were lucky over the part A, but part B was just looking a bit scared, and it fell apart a bit after that. But otherwise, I think the first half was pretty good.
As we have a look at the leaderboard, Mcmahon, Roycroft, Kerman, Cameron and Cameron. Let's get back down to Don. Don, one last rider, and can Jamie go clear again?
You've got 1 clear round. You could get 2, Jamie.
Let's try. I'll try my hardest.
I know you will when the pressure's on. Jamie comes to the fore. Good luck, Jamie.
Let's meet the horse.
The Patrick Payne-trained Raposo started his relatively short 17-start career with an easy maiden win in the far north of Victoria at Mildura. He was immediately promoted to city racing and enjoyed his finest moment winning the rich Silver Bowl final at Flemington 12 months later, overcoming interference in the straight to record an impressive win. As promising as it appeared, that would be Raposo's last win. He raced a further 7 times for just 1 placing and retired after an Echuca failure on a heavy track with 3 wins and almost $200,000 in prize money. Jamie Kermond will be hoping to reignite that initial spark.
First win ever, Michelle Payne on board.
And she's here to watch it, yeah? So wouldn't it be a fairy tale if she could pull home a winner in tonight's jump off?
Well, this is our last chance for the evening to get another clear round under our belt. So fingers crossed, everybody, that this horse and rider can give us our 5th clear round. Come on, Jamie, no pressure, but we're all riding this horse with you.
Michelle said that peaceful, easy feeling was the better of the 2 jumpers, but right now, Raposo doing it beautifully.
He's eager with everything that he does. He's always looking to take the next step and the next life adventure, and that he's a horse that gets enthusiastic about pretty much anything that they ask him to do. So he's a really genuine, natural thoroughbred. You know, he's forward-thinking. He's excited about life. That's what we love about the thoroughbreds. You know, they're horses that really enjoy what they do, whether it be racing, show jumping, eventing. They're natural athletes, and so far Roland is bringing home the bacon.
Come on, Roland. It's got the last line, which is the double to the Pride's fence, and then the last fence, which is the Showmakers. Okay, come on, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 to go. Hit that second last one. Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Just this boogie fence to go. Are we going to have our 5th? And we've got it.
That's the Iceman for you. We've got our 5 clear rounds.
Hallelujah.
Sensational. Let's have a look at the replay of Raposo and Jamie. It was flawless.
Jamie, 2 clear rounds. You must be thrilled.
Yeah, Kerm's pretty good at pulling out clear rounds when he needs to, so it was a bit tough to watch Roland. He's a little bit less experienced than Easy, I would say, and he's a little bit more weary of things, but he went out there and normally I would have said Easy was our best shot for top dog from our stable, but Roland I thought he really jumped well today.
He was the one I was worried about probably more than the other one coming here, because when we started jumping the spookier stuff at home, he was really unsure about it. But he was just like, I think because there's just so much going on that they're like, well, they're just both nice horses, and yeah, he tried really hard.
Let's just have a look at the leaderboard as it stands now. So Jamie Kermond, 2 horses through for Team Payne. Easy, peaceful, easy feeling, and Raposo were both terrific. The quickest of the night, Peter Mcmahon, and they're going to ride them in reverse order. Okay, on a cold night at Bonio, things are about to heat up. $100,000, the final of Jump Off next.
We are absolutely delighted to be part of this exciting new TV series, Jump Off. I spent my childhood on ponies. Getting to work with a company like Horseware was a great opportunity to combine a passion for horses and their welfare, along with having a 9-to-5 job that allowed me to keep competing at weekends. We are predominantly online at the moment within Australia, because that's actually the easiest way to reach a wider part of the market. We are available in a certain number of retail shops, and you'll also find us at many of the big events around Australia.
Welcome back to Bonio Park for the final of Jump Off. Amber, Paul, we've had 10 horses through. Now we get to the final.
Yeah, the top 5. They don't call it Jump Off for nothing.
First up in the Jump Off is Dave Cameron on Neutronic.
You'll notice the course is different. When they start over fence 5, they do fence 6, which is the Jump Off Oxer. As tight as they dare to do to the horsepower. The horses lose a little bit of counter coming around that corner and slow down naturally. And they've got to sweep down to the Oxer in the corner, the Barristock fence.
And then it's a short roll back to the double. Dave wasting no time here. He shaved that corner off. And then he's got a tight right turn. He's got the inside option, which he's taken, back to fence 13.
Not particularly fast, but very smooth.
Clear round, and that's definitely going to get us underway for this competition.
41.72.
That's what you've got to do. First out, put the pressure on the other riders, because he's got some pretty handy riders to follow.
So David Cameron on Neutronic, 41.72 in a clear round. This is Jamie Kerman, the first of his 2 rides on Peaceful, Easy Feeling.
2 chances at the money, $100,000. Jamie Kerman he's not one to pull any punches again in the jump off. So is he Paul? He's a naturally competitive rider, and I think he's going to show us exactly what he's made of from the start.
41.72, the time to beat.
Yeah, and his horse just came around that corner just a wee bit smoother. And here he's opening it up down to that oxer in the corner. The horse is responding beautifully well. You'd thought this horse had had 5 years education, not 5 months.
Come on, Easy. 4 to go. Up, 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 up. Don't turn in the air yet.
Oh, no.
How to go fast without flustering the horse.
I think the time's going to be a little better, but definitely with that 4 faults down.
It's going to cost him.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, look at the time.
Time was fantastic, but 4 faults. Jamie winning is the one that said that she was Team Raposo from the start, so she might be right.
He went to try to get inside like Dave did to the Coprice fence, and so over part B, the double, he looked and turned his body, and so Easy didn't finish his jump behind.
I thought I could beat his time, and I decided to attack the second fence a little bit on the angle, but unfortunately just looked through the fence at the oxer behind it and had it down, and that was that.
So at the moment, Dave Cameron is still in the lead.
Third rider to come in, Vicky Roycroft on Inner Circle.
This is a horse that we loved in the first round. He's a lovely natural jumper. So let's see if Vicky and Inner Circle can challenge Dave by jumping a clear round and a faster time than 41.72. She's certainly starting off at a great pace here.
Time to beat, 41.72.
Inner Circle is taking everything in his stride. Here, look at that expression. Lovely pricked ears. He's actually enjoying himself out here. It's wonderful to see these horses enjoy their life after racing. Ooh, little rub there at the first, the double.
And she's going to turn as tight as she dare. This vertical, fence 13. Oh, and she's just had that down. That's a risk. And comes home with a 4-fault round and a time of 38.90.
It's a fantastic time for Vicky Roycroft in Inner Circle, but unfortunately those 4 jumping penalties are going to cost her first place. Jamie Kerman is coming into the ring. He is riding Raposo.
So Jamie, a part of Team Payne, Paddy, Michelle and Stevie all here tonight.
This is a beautiful horse. What a lovely athletic type he is, and they've certainly got him presented beautifully tonight.
The double's always a little bit of an ask, especially in a second round, because you're going faster and you're opening them up, but they don't change the distance of the double. So if you've got more canter, your stride's way bigger, but then you're travelling the same distance. So you're more likely, like Easy did, to run into the front pole.
Kermo just giving the horse the opportunity to see that little bit of a turn to fence 13. He's going to be turning inside that black fence, as they all are.
And I'm a bit worried about the 2 turnbacks back to here, number 7, and inside to number 13.
Right now, David Cameron on Neutronic for Team Price, the box seat. Clear with 41.72 the time.
Cameron started off at a much bigger pace than any of the others so far. He's hungry. He sees the winning circle in his eyes, and he's going to go for it. Look at him go.
I've never seen Kermo get time faults in a jump off ever.
Come, mate.
No, Kermo is naturally a very fast rider. This is what he's good at. And they don't call him Mr. Cool for nothing. He doesn't.
Gives fence 13 a rap. It's still there.
A rattle and a roll, but didn't move.
And he's up over the last.
I think we've got a new
wait
leader.
for the time, but I would think, looking at it, that's got to be the go to the lead. Well done.
Well done.
40.17. A new leader.
Jamie Kerman and Raposo. A little bit of a fist pump at the end there. I think Kermo's pretty excited with that result.
Well, with that, we have a new leader, Jamie Kerman on Raposo for Paddy, Michelle and Stevie Payne, 41.7. So significantly quicker than David Cameron on Neutronic.
I knew that I had Peter Mcmahon coming after me, and he's a really fast rider, so I wanted to go out there and try and put a bit of pressure on Pete coming, and Raposo done a great job and left all the poles up for me, and we put a good time on the board.
So all up to this man now, Peter Mcmahon on Johnny English, known as agent for Team Weir.
This is the horse that we all loved in the first round. He's the supermodel of the competition.
The sexy Delicani that you referred to as Brad Pitt.
This is the one. And this horse is...
He's just going to have to go fast. Obviously, he's going to practice this little bit of a turn, and he's going to have to go fast. He's got absolutely nothing to lose. He's here for the big money, and big money is on offer. Peter knows the job.
He's going to have to jump a clear round in a time faster than 40.17 to take home the big dollars. But if anyone can do it, Peter Mcmahon is the man.
They can all handle pressure, these riders. It's just getting a little bit above him to the first fence, and gives it a bit of a tap, but it's still there. Comes around the corner disunited, he'll lose a little bit of time there. Quirky. Quirky's a good word for this pony, but quirky and cute and talented.
Yeah, this horse is a real natural jumper, but he spends quite a lot of time in the air, which can sometimes work against them in jump-offs, so that actually does slow them down.
Yes.
So Peter's going to have to...
Just got in a little bit deep to that double. So now he's going for absolute minor prize money. The horse just got a little confused over that vertical.
He did. Peter Mcmahon on Johnny English, 8 penalties.
Just got a little bit sort of behind himself there and ran out of room there and just tapped them down.
So this is how it stands. The final leaderboard of Jump Off, and Jamie Kermond on Raposo is our winner for Team Payne and Kermond. 40.17 quick time. The other clear round in the final came through David Cameron and Neutronic for Mick Price, but second only.
Oh, it was the day we nearly won 100 grand. You know, running second in a class is always hard, but when you run second and you miss out on a chance to win 100 grand, it's a little bit harder. But look, if anyone else was going to win it, I'd want a good mate Kermo to win it. You know, we were the groomsmen at each other's weddings. You know, we train together, and no, it's great that he had the win.
First out, you know, your whole job going out first in the jump off is to try to set a good pace, good clear pace, so that everyone else has to come and catch you and put a bit of pressure on them to make a mistake. And he did that, and Kerm went out and went just that little bit faster.
The rider is Jamie Kermond. The horse is Raposo. Jamie, a 3-time Australian champion, the first ever champion here at Jump Off. He got 2 rides through to the final. The first was Peaceful Easy Feeling, 4 penalties, a quick time of 40.02. But Raposo was outstanding. And as a result, Team Payne, Paddy Payne, Michelle Payne, Stevie and Jamie are the champions tonight.
Well done, Jamie. That was poetry in motion.
Oh, thanks, Don. I didn't quite feel like poetry in motion, but this horse done a great job. He was the one I was probably a little bit worried about coming here, hoping that he would handle the atmosphere and all that, but when we trained in here the other day, he was great, and he was really good today and really good under pressure. That's probably why he won in town, this horse. There's a lot of race horses, not many of them win in town, and he won at Moonee Valley and was second at Flemington, and apparently should won another race at Flemington. But yeah, he's a trier and he's a winner, and yeah, he done a great job tonight.
Well done, Jamie. That was excellent.
Thanks, Don. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations, Jamie. A quick break. On the other side, the presentations here at Bonio Park. Well, it has been a fabulous night, and it concludes with the presentation. Let's get down to Amber Fuller, who's with Don Scott.
In 5th place, all the way from Queensland, Peter Mcmahon, Johnny English. And in 4th place, from New South Wales, Vicky Roycroft. In 3rd place, the one of 2 rides for Jamie Kermond, Peaceful Easy Feeling. And in 2nd place, from New South Wales, again, David Cameron. Well done, David. Now, is this the horse that's trainable, rideable, and whatever? You think it's pretty good?
Yeah, no, mate, he's got a fantastic attitude, this horse, and I knew right from the start of this competition he was going to be one of the ones that could be here for the final, and he did a fantastic job. Congratulations to Kerm and everyone else. We've all had it's been a real good feel over this whole show. Everyone's got along great, and it's been a lot of fun, and we hope it continues. Congratulations to Kerm, fantastic effort. This bloke really is a magician on a horse. A couple of months ago he represented Australia in Paris at the World Cup final, and now he came and towed us all up on a couple of thoroughbreds, and he did a bloody good job of it, so all credit to him.
Well done, thank you. And our winner, a former Victorian, an adopted New South Welshman, Jamie Kermont. I'm going to ask you the big one, has this horse got a future?
Yeah, he does, definitely. I didn't really expect him to go as well today, but he's just a good horse, and he just wants to do the right thing for you. So out of the two horses, I thought the other one had a really good chance, and this one I was hoping just to do a nice job. But yeah, he really pulled it out of the bag today. He was very happy with him. Just a quick mention to my wife, Jamie Winning. I've been away in Europe for pretty much most of the time that we've had the horses, and she's done all the work on them, and I just get to take the glory today. So, but you've been a huge part of this and put up with me complaining and whatever. But yeah, these results are mainly down to her.
Well done, Jamie. Put your hands together for such a wonderful jump-off show. These riders are the best. To do what they've done in a limited amount of time with these thoroughbreds is testimony to their ability.
It's great to really show that these horses have a great life after racing. We love our horses like you wouldn't believe, so to see them being able to do something and perform well at it is really great.
As our champions Jamie Kermont and Raposo leave the arena, so ends the jump-off final. But the journey doesn't end there for these magnificent thoroughbreds like Virtue here. For horses like her, there's plenty of life after racing. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you on the next jump-off.